Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much everyone for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much everyone who's listening in the podcast. Today is Wednesday, January the 8th, 2025. I really hope everybody's having a good day. There is a lot of stuff happening, okay? And I just want to say to everybody, everything is temporary, okay? Um, Jesus is going to come back and we're going to be out of this world. But all I'm saying is just, whatever is facing you, just deal it. Just pray about it, right? And just, everything should come to pass, right? And I know sometimes when we are going through difficult times, we don't want to hear something like that. But always remember that our hope is in Jesus Christ, okay? And the reason that I'm saying that, I know everything that's happening right now in California with the fire. So even though I'm here in Connecticut, it's super windy here. You might probably hear the wind going on. It's super cold. You might probably hear my heater going on too. Even though I'm not affected by the fires in California, I feel for the people losing their houses right now, right? And it's very sad. And, I've been praying since last night. I hope you join me in prayer. I'm praying to the families affected by this. If you're watching from or listening from California, I pray for you guys and just hang in there. Yeah, it's going to get better, okay? I'm here to tell you about a story that I learned that when I first read the headlines, I couldn't believe it. For like, what is going on, right? And I think I had told you in previous videos that as we get closer to the second coming of the Lord, we are going to hear more these kind of bizarre stories, right? Things that are kind of unheard of. Nothing new, because there's nothing new under the sun. But something like this probably hasn't happened in a while. So apparently, right, and this is so sad because it happened to a person, okay? Let me just get the iPad here to read it to you. A woman in Ohio, she was 75 years old, was killed and eaten by the neighbor's pig on Christmas Day. I was like, what? Did that actually happen? That's crazy, you guys. Like, last time I checked, right? People that have pigs, they usually have a big farm. When I was in DR, growing up, we used to go to the countryside for vacation and things like that. And I would see pigs, but like in this big farm and things like that. Never like in a city. They never, like, I never heard anybody being attacked by a pig. Maybe you heard, maybe it's very common where you're watching from. In my case, I have never heard of anybody being attacked by a pig. If anything, every time I hear a pig, my ear's gonna go on, by the way. So you might hear the noise. But every time I hear something about regarding a pig, I go straight to thinking about the story in the Bible, right? And how the demons asked to be, they wanted to enter the pigs or something like that, right? They actually asked for permission to Jesus about that, right? So that's the only thing that I think about. So it's just crazy, you guys, that this woman lost her life and she was partially eaten by her neighbor's pig. Like, what? So let me give you a trigger warning. It's very shocking, very gruesome. So I'm going to edit as I'm reading it, but I'm just wanted to give you that trigger warning. So a northerly Ohio woman was mauled to death, by and partially eaten by her neighbor's pigs near her home on Christmas Day. Her name was Rebecca Westergaard Rigney, 75 years old, was found dead with injuries to her leg on the front of the step of her home in Mink Street, Pataskala. The senior lady's niece raised the alarm of her disappearance after she failed to show up at her home in northern Ohio for celebration of Christmas. Wow. That is so tragic, right? You always have to check on your people. And I'm glad that niece here was like, I know we're celebrating Christmas, but where is our aunt? How come she hasn't come? She's supposed to be here, right? Responding officers said they reached the property around 3 p.m. and found a large pig roaming inside. What is going on in people's home? How did that pig get inside? They say it's the neighbor's pig. Why are people allowed to have pigs inside their house in a city-like style neighborhood? It should be in a farm. I think, pigs should belong in a farm. You're going to raise a pig, you should have a big open space in your house. And live on the countryside. That's just my opinion, guys. Especially because, it's like the dog owners, they always say, oh, he doesn't do this, and then it happens, right? Owners usually know who their animal are, right? They know how they behave. They know what they don't like to be done to them so that they don't get wild up and things like that and attack, right? So why was this pig that had, it says that this pig was very violent. Why was this pig allowed to be raised in a neighborhood type style home? It should have been raised in a far away from people and being secured so that he will never escape, right? So when the police arrive, they go in the house and they see this pig just roaming around what a sight. That's crazy. Okay. And it says here that officer discovered at least 2 pigs at the neighbor's residence, told the owner the animals will be quarantined until further notice, okay? Police Chief Bruce Brooks later said that the information about her death will be provided once the full autopsy results are completed in about 6 weeks. He also called the case a horrible, horrible situation and confirmed that the situation remains under investigation as there are no clear laws on attacks by farm animals. That's what I said. Pigs are farm animals. They shouldn't be allowed to be raised this is, when I heard this story, this is what really came to my mind, guys. I was like, wow, the enemy is so desperate. He's gonna, not pigs, but animals that are normally calm, cool, and collected, and they don't have kind of this type of behavior seen before. They're gonna turn on humans. This was actually what I thought. And it's another sign. You look at the news, everything's happening. I know it's the beginning of the year, and people are like, I just want to enjoy my life. I don't want to look at anything bad news. You can pray for people, even though if you're not affected by something, right? If you have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, you should be able to pray for people, even if if you're not affected, if they're not it didn't happen in your neighborhood. It's always good to bring it to prayer to the Lord, right? Because people are going through difficult situations right now. So I was like, I had never heard. That's what I was telling you earlier. I never heard of a pig attacking. And like I told you, I used to go on vacation to this countryside town in my country in DR, and we used to see pigs, right? And I never heard of anything. I never heard them going crazy or attacking anybody. The only time that I remember always that reference in the Bible about the pigs. But right now they're saying there is really no law about raising farm animals, right? The police say if it was a pitbull or Rottweiler, they are deemed semi-aggressive, then they will know the answer right away. You see, because it's uncommon. It's very uncommon for pigs to do this type of behavior. And when I saw this, I immediately said, that is obviously it's the enemy behind that, right? The minute you see something that's out of line, I'm not saying like dogs, because we know that dogs, they always, no matter how, if they feel some type of threat, they will attack for sure, right? But it's very uncommon for pigs to do this type of things, right? So, but being a farm animal is just not something we ever dealt with here. That's what the police just said, exactly what I just said, right? He said he wasn't sure what will happen to the pigs and if his department has been in contact with the prosecutor's office. And he said, as of now, the coroner's office said the victim died from bleeding out due to extensive superficial injury by livestock animals and ruled her death as accidental. The coroner's office said the elderly woman had prior health condition with her heart and she was on blood thinners. Officials are yet to name the owner of the wild animal and clarify if they will be charged criminally. David Mullins, a neighbor, said the incident is confusing and wild. That's what it is. It's very unheard of. And I feel like as we get closer to the second coming of the Lord, this type of wild attack, probably unheard of for a long time, we're gonna see more, unfortunately. You have to just be careful. If you're like you know, it's just the enemy's gonna use whatever he can, right, to attack, the human nature, I guess. So it's very unheard of. It's very unheard of. And it's very crazy that the pigs will do something like this. It's just so sad for this lady. I mean, she was being waiting for, her family was waiting for her to celebrate Christmas. That's just crazy, you guys. So right now the police saying we don't know what's going to happen to the pigs or the owner. I think they need to investigate how did the pigs got out, right? How did they get to her house, right? I mean, I never seen a pig even run. I mean, just to be like honest, they're not known for being runners, right? So let me just see here. So nothing else here. You see, nothing really else. Every time you hear something like this happen, it's usually regarding a dog, people, right? We all know this. This is very common for people to kill dogs. But this poor lady, probably, they were saying she's 75 years old. She had a heart condition, was on blood thinners. Probably just the fear of seeing them behave like that probably really got to her. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, was really the pig that did this. It's not normal behavior, but they say when they walked in the house, the police walked in the house, they saw the pig roaming around. 3 of them. So it could have been like she was injured because of her condition. She probably got scared and got a heart attack or something. She probably felt so alone, helpless, right? Let me see. So people are commenting about this. Is somebody said, poor woman, I don't want to think about her last moments were. I know it's very sad. And domestic pigs are wild and very dangerous and shouldn't be in every area. And some people are saying they have experience with pigs and they say they will eat absolutely anything. That's very true. I remember that when I used to visit this farm on vacation in the yard, I remember they eat waste. Meaning like, it's not like a specific food that they eat, but I remember being this bucket of, I know they're always in mud, and I know they're always like, they smell, right? And I know, that's their nature. I'm not trying to say anything about it. But they usually eat just like, a lot of, waste. And I remember it was just like the leftovers of every other animal, the things that they didn't eat, it was just be given to the pigs because they don't mind, right? They'll eat anything. Not like some animals, they only eat grass and things like that. So, but this is very rare for a pig to walk to go into the house. Like it's not like this lady was found outside in the farm. It was inside her house. Like, how did they get in? Did she have them in or something? She was obviously going to go somewhere because her family, it happened on Christmas Day. Her family was waiting for her. So it's not like she went to her car and the pigs found her and she was attacked. It's very weird. I hope they get more details, and I hope they really get to a full investigation, guys. If you have experience with farm animals like pigs, and like if you heard of any cases of pigs biting humans, like let us leave it in the comments, okay? Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel. Have a good day. God bless.